Yeah, pay attention here. We are on page 128, 128, and here you have the present perfect tense. The present perfect tense. Yeah? So to start with this grammar, I have here a question. This is the question. You have, how long have you studied English? How long have you studied English? You can say, I have studied English for 10 months. I have studied English since October, since November. Yeah, so please think about how long have you studied English? 10 months, 11 months, 12 months, since October, since November, since December. Think about your answer. Another question. I will ask the same question. Yeah, so here. How long have you lived? How long have you lived in English now? How long have you lived in this city, in Huancayo? Yeah? So similar to this, you can say here. And let's make it bigger. Yeah, for example, how long have you lived in this city? So you can say, I have lived here for example, months? No. Maybe you can say, I have lived here for, I don't know, 12 years. Or you can say, since I was a child. So yeah, pay attention to these two questions, and because I will answer, I will ask you, how long have you studied English? How long have you lived in this city, Huancayo? Yeah, for example, please, Anneli, can you ask me the second question? Miss, how long have you lived in this city? Okay, I have lived here since 2002. Since 2002, because in the past I used to live in Lima, but I have lived here since 2002. Okay, so let's ask one person here. Let's go with Hyomara. Hyomara, are you there? Hyomara?
Yes, teacher.
Hyomara, how long have you studied English?
I have studied English for 10 months, no, 11 months.
11 months, okay. So now let's go with, I don't know, Ricardo. How long have you lived in this city, Ricardo?
I have lived here for 15 years.
15 years, okay. So here, listen, when you have how long have you studied English, how long have you lived in the city, so we are using the present perfect. I have studied English for 10 months. I have studied English since October, or since I was a child, since 2002, for example, no? So here we are using the present perfect. Yeah, the present perfect. So in basic 11, so we start working in the present perfect. In basic 12, you will continue using the present perfect. Intermediate 1, intermediate 2, intermediate 3, intermediate 4. So you will use the present perfect. You will work on the present perfect, but in different, for example, in different contexts. Yeah. So pay attention here. When do we use the present perfect? You have present perfect. We use the present perfect. The present perfect is always with the auxiliary have or has and the verb in the past participle. Yeah? For an action that started in the past and continues up to now. For example, an action that started in the past but continuing up to now. For example, when you have I have studied English, you started in the past, but you are studying now. So there is a connection with the past. You have the past to the present. Present perfect, because there is a connection, the past with the present. Yeah. So here, for example, you have activity started in the past and continues to the present. In the past, I have studied English for 11 months. So 11 months ago, so I started to study English. But now I am studying English. So we use in that way, yeah, the present perfect. And here you have or has, and the past participle of the verb. Past participle means, what does past participle? What's that? So in English, when you look for verbs, yeah, so you have here, for example, when you look past participle verbs, yeah, you have here. You have here, as you can see, for example, this is the past participle. You have the simple present, the past participle here. For example, the present, the simple past, the past participle. And here, for example, the simple present, the simple past, the past participle. Yeah? So this part, the third column, is the past participle of the verb. For example, you have be in the present, in the past was or were, the past participle being. Have in the present, had in the past participle similar, had. Simple present, do, the past did, the past participle done. Simple present, say, the past said, the past participle said. Again, similar. Simple present, go. The past, simple past, went. The past participle, gone. Yeah? So as you can see here, so this part you have to use the past participle, been, had, done, said, gone, gotten, made. So this is the past participle. Yeah? So here, for example, you have, this is the structure. Present perfect tense. We form the present perfect tense with have or has auxiliary. They are the auxiliaries, okay? Plus the past participle. Okay, so for example, you have I, you, we, they, the auxiliary have. Negative, haven't. Or full form, have not. Past participle, eating. This is the past participle. I have eaten an apple. You have eaten an apple. We have eaten an apple. No, they, or negative, they haven't eaten an apple. For he, she, it, you have affirmative, has. Negative, hasn't. The full form, has not. And you have the past participle of the verb. So in English, you have regular and irregular verbs. Okay? So for regular verbs, you need just ed. But for irregular verbs, so as you can see, it's different. Yeah, pay attention here. For example, you have verbs that are regular in the simple past take the same ed ending for the past participle. With regular, so the past participle is ed, similar to the simple past, regular. For example, you have accept, accepted. No, so you have bake, baked. Okay, close, and close you have. Okay, enjoyed, and enjoyed. Okay, so as you can see, regular, similar to the simple past. In affirmative, ed you have, no? So ed, yeah, past participle. And with regular verbs, no? You have, for example, painted, past participle or past perfect or present perfect. Here you have or has painted. Move, the past moved, and the present perfect have or has moved. And the same, no? So you have tidied. Have or has tidied. Yeah, as you can see, so with regular verbs, so you have or has, and the verb in ed is similar to the simple past. Okay, remember, this is with regular, but with irregular, for example, so what happened with irregular? Just a moment. Yeah, here. Here you have with irregular. With regular, ed, the past participle. But with irregular is different. Pay attention. In the present we have do. In the past you have did. Present perfect, the past participle, have or has done. Be, was or were. The present perfect, have or has been. Write, in the present. In the past, wrote. The present perfect, have or has written. You have eat in the present, ate in the past, have or has eaten. You have drawn, drew, and you have or has drawn. Break, broke in the past, present perfect, have or has broken. Speak, in the past, spoke. In the present perfect, have or has spoken. Yeah, have or has spoken. Take, took, have or has taken. Write, wrote, have or has written. Drink, drank, have or has drunk. Swim, swam, have or has swum again. You have throw, threw, have or has thrown. See, saw, have or has seen. Go, went is in the past. In the present perfect, have or has gone. Yeah. Here, for example, you have swept, have or has swept, similar, no? Made in the past, have or has made, similar. Got, have or has got, no, he's gotten. I got this here. Gotten. Yeah, you have, and here you have more verbs, okay? So, for example, tidy, so you have made, did, done, tidied, no? Eat, eaten, and you have more. Yeah. So means how can we know if we have regular and irregular? So there is no secret. Yeah, so you have just to identify and memorize which one are regular and which ones are irregular, no? Okay, so sometimes you are going to confuse, and it's okay, because sometimes we confuse and sometimes we say, for example, here, I don't know, for example, here you have, sometimes we don't remember, so we can say has, or you have or has, for example, so, no, or see. So sometimes we confuse, but it's normal. So little by little, so you will identify and also memorize which one are regulars and which one are irregulars. Yeah. So pay attention here, for example. For example, in a question, so you can start with have, the subject, and here you have the verb in the past participle. Have you studied English for 10 years? Yes, I have. Or no, I haven't. So always you will use in the present perfect have or has, but they are auxiliaries, yeah, auxiliaries. For example, has Mario Vargas Llosa written books since 2000? Yes, he has. Or you can say, no, he hasn't. He has written books since 1997, for example. No? So, yeah, you have. Yes, I have. No, I haven't. But this is for the present perfect. Okay? So, and then in your book, you have the word how long. How long have, then you have how long, have or has, the subject, the verb, and the past participle, and you have here the complement. For example, when you have, I have lived in Paris for 7 years. Maria has been vegetarian since she was a young girl. I have worked for this company for 4 months. I have loved you since the day I met you. She has been married for 30 years. What is the question in number 1? I have lived in Paris for 7 years. The question, how long have you lived in Paris? I have lived in Paris for 7 years. Maria has been a vegetarian since she was a young girl. What is the question? Maria has been a vegetarian since she was young.
How long
Uh-huh.
has Maria
Uh-huh.
been vegetarian?
Yes, yes, that's correct. So you have, how long has Maria been, okay, a vegetarian? She has been a vegetarian since she was a young girl, no? So I have worked for this company for 4 months. What is the question? How long? Mm, I have worked for this company for 4 months. What is the question? Here you have the structure. How long you have I have worked. Have you yes worked for this company? No, so you have another. I have loved you since the day I met you. What is the question? ¿Y qué tiempo me has amado?
How
O desde
long you have loved?
how long have you first is the auxiliary, huh?
Have you loved?
Yeah. How long have you loved me? You can say, I have loved you since the day I met you. She has been married for 30 years. What is the question? She has been married for 30 years. In Spanish, ¿qué tiempo ha estado casada ella? So, the question,
How long has she been
married. Yes. How long has she been married? She has been married for 30 years. Okay.
Would you like-
So as you can see, so here we have you can ask questions with this, no? So how long have you lived in Paris? How long has Maria been a vegetarian? How long have you worked for this company? How long have you loved me? How long has she been married? So here we are using how long. So, and also you have here these words, since and for. Yeah, since and for. For example, here you have when do we use since and when do we use for? Since. And we use since, okay, so here, for example, is a point of time, not a period of time, a point. So, for example, you have, I have studied at high school since 2010. So, you started studying in high school in 2010. Yeah, since. In Spanish, since. Desde, ¿no? Desde, okay, since. You can say we use since with the present perfect tense to refer to the starting point of the action. Starting point means I have studied English since November. So you started studying in November, no? So you have, or means I have lived here in Huancayo since I was a baby. Desde que era un bebé, no? Since I was a baby, right? So here, for. We use for a period of time, period. Okay, for example, you can say, I have studied at high school for almost 5 years. So you started in 2010, now it's 2014, so you can say, I have studied at high school for almost 5 years. I have studied English for a year, for 11 months, for 3 days, I don't know, no? So you have the period of time with for. Yeah? We use for with the present perfect tense to refer a period of time and an action takes place. A period, the period of time. For 10 years, so you have. Okay, so what time do we have? Yeah, tomorrow we will continue with this activity, okay? So, but something important, please, with irregular verbs, so you have to memorize. When you have the present perfect, I need the auxiliary have or has, wow. Then I need the past participle of the verb. With regular is similar to the simple past, ed. But with irregular is the problem, so I have to memorize. So I in the present read, in the past wrote, in the past perfect read in past participle. Or for example here speak, no? In the present speak, in the past spoke, in the present perfect have or has spoken, no? Spoken, broken. So you have this. Yeah. So but tomorrow we will continue and we will practice more. Okay, so that's all for today.